Good morning, guys. Welcome. Okay. Welcome to session 27. Today we are flowing, baby. We're just moving. We're just moving with it. We're just going with the flow. Let me just test so you can see all the things. Cool. I have about 25 different physical therapy pictures up here, so I just found them all and have to keep them in my yoga room or else I will never do that. Oh, mamas, if you need core and pelvic floor stuff and you're local, give me a call, give me a text, give me a message. I have the most amazing physical therapist, and I'm sure she could do some things and give you some pointers via online. And even folks who have, not had or had to think about that for a very, 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 very long time, she still helps those women. So hi, Caroline, so nice to have you. And so, guys, today again we are. Well, let me first talk about what we're diffusing. So what I chose today was island mint and black spruce. Very interesting combination. It's actually super masculine. They were both made. Island mint was made for Father's Day last year, I believe. Make sure I don't have this inside out. That would be weird. And it's this gorgeous, like this tropical mint. It's very cool, and it's a combination of trees and mint. And then I also added black spruce to it. And I didn't think it was going to be as masculine as it smells, but if you have men in your life who are like, oils, meh, 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 this combination is crazy. Now, the island mint, I don't even know if it's available anymore, but I will read you what's in it. And the reason why you should know about how I got it is because I don't think a lot of people understand how they can get these available to them. It's not just me, I'm not special. Okay, but it's a summertime blend, and there's lime in it, distilled lemon, peppermint, and spruce. And you wouldn't think that smells very like island minty, but it's incredible. So if you have those oils or a combination of like lime, lemon, peppermint, you could try that. And then again, it has the spruce in it, and I added more spruce. I was like, I'm just gonna have some, and then it's like, whoa, it's crazy. Not that I need more masculine energy in my like masculine roles as a single mama right now, but it's really good. But I wanted to tell you because I think a lot of people think of essential oils like as feminine and like, but so many men, if your man wears cologne, guys, what a combo. I'll repeat it again. Lemon, lime, peppermint, and spruce. What? Crazy. So the loyalty rewards program that on the company that I use, doTERRA, allows you to get these specialty items. And all that is like you have to order one thing a month. It could be chapstick. It could be toothpaste, right? And that's what I do. I buy my shampoo from there because it's non-toxic. I buy my cleaner from there because it's non-toxic. And then as you start to get your normal everyday things, you get these specialty items, sometimes for free. So it's very cool. So island mint, that's what it is. And black spruce came from last convention. So today, guys, we're going to do a little flow. And so there's no theme. I'm not doing anything with the body, in terms of like a certain body part or whatever. I just wanted to be intuitive with you guys. For anyone who is on my personal page, you realized yesterday I had a vulnerable post of like what many of us during quarantine are going through, which is probably at this point, week 4, like some tears have come, whether they're happy, whether they're overwhelmed, whether they're exhaustion, whether they're sad. right? And it just needs to happen. Like our old paradigm of whatever our life was 4 weeks ago, there's certain aspects that in a good way could be falling apart, right? In a good way, like shedding. So I want this, you know, I felt like I needed some peppermint, I needed some motivation, some citrus, and it's good. It's good to have those moments of like shedding emotion. So go ahead and come to your comfy seat. Come with me today. I have a chair here. As many of you know, I have disc bulges going out the back from too much baby carrying and too much teaching forward. So I have to do back bends for quite a while to kind of counter that, and lots of other exercises. So I'm going to be modifying, but you can also, if you're more advanced, come through this with me, and I'll cue both. Okay, so go ahead, come to your comfy seat. Such a beautiful day, so windy, beautiful, sunny here in the Northeast. And take a few deep breaths. I didn't say warm, but I did say sunny. All right, take a few deep breaths deep into the nostrils, but pull it into the belly. And today, because of the weather outside, because of the focus we might need, we're going to reintroduce Ujjayi. So if you missed that lesson, we're doing the ocean breath. And the way you attain this, or if it's been a while since you've done this, go ahead with me and breathe in and have a slight restriction in the back of your throat. And on the exhale, if you don't have it yet, you might think of fogging up a mirror. You can even open your mouth for a moment. And then do it with the mouth closed on the inhale as well. And at first, it should feel pretty weird. Good, so keep breathing. Again, this could be just a flow for you with no props. If you need a chair, bring it in front of you. If you have blocks or boxes or Tupperware, if you need anything else for props, go ahead and just be mindful of that. But just for a moment, try to create this heat. Try to create this focus. Right? Yesterday was yesterday. There's no use of worrying about what was yesterday. There's no use of worrying about what's tomorrow. Tomorrow can deal with itself. We can learn from the past. We can plan for the future. But we have to live now and be now with no expectations of the future. Because that's how we have anxiety. Ruminating about the past is how we have depression. Not all, but some. We don't want to practice either of those. We don't want to practice depression stories. We don't want to practice anxiety ideas about the future. We don't want to practice that. We want to practice breathing. We want to practice focusing on what we have, which is this beautiful vessel that we each call a body, that we get to manifest in, that we get to practice in, that we get to create with. And then as you inhale into that belly, full breath, and as you exhale, bring your hands together. Relax everything down. Good. We'll bring our voices together here, so listen or join in with me. Inhale. Good, inhale. And as you exhale, roll over the tops of your knees or just come over to the side. Okay? And so again, I'm being very intuitive today because I'm showing you what I would typically do, right, in a day when I feel very tight, when I feel very tense, okay? And so just go ahead and start to come forward and come back. So you're in tabletop, okay? Yes, the hands are typically aligned straight underneath you, but if it feels better to bring your hands forward today and release those feet, Go for it. Now, something I love doing too, especially for me, I was in hero pose. I love tapping on the tops of my feet. Right? Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Now, if you're someone who needs more modification, you do this slowly. And if you're someone who needs to quicken it up, you just do it a little faster. Or bringing that breath, that ujjayi breath into it, will totally make it more focused, more heated internally, okay? Now from here, we just keep that flow going. Just tuck the toes, press into the hands and knuckles, right? And just go ahead up into your downward facing dog. So just keep walking out the dog, walk it out, bending one knee, bending the other knee, right? Feeling it up from the feet all the way, pushing from the fingers all the way up through the legs, through the hands, through the arms, all the way up through the hips. Now, once the hips, I might do this, guys, for like a long time. Keep going here. If you ever need to come down and drop the knees, go for it. Okay. And then it just depends on how tight you are and how your calves are feeling. And of course, you want to keep reaching through the hands. Now, those who need to drop the knees, of course, keep doing that and come doing that first and fourth. I could do this for like an hour, right? So I'm really pushing into the hands. That's why I'm having the strength up through my arms, up through my upper back. Okay? And then go ahead, and we won't find stillness yet. We're going to move. Inhale, glide forward to high plank. You can drop the knees if you want, or just come on down into chaturanga. Keep the elbows in, lower and down. Good. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Little cobra is fine. Draw the shoulders back, and then exhale back through tabletop or back to downward facing dog. Good. So now can we find some stillness here? This isn't helping matters. Good. So finding some stillness in your dog. Just 3 breaths here. Okay, and if you need to drop the knees, go for it. Drop the knees. And 2. Awesome. From here, keep that left foot in just a tiny little bit. Go ahead and bend the right knee, open and stack the hip. And if you need to drop that left forearm down, go for it. You can be intuitive here. You can keep it bent. If you love that, you can kind of move back and forth. And the hands, maybe the hand comes up. The foot comes up to the ceiling. 3 and 2. And as you exhale, bring it all the way down. Go ahead, bring that second foot up, the left foot, bend the knee, open and stack the hip. This might be a lot for people who aren't used to being in down dog. Okay, so you're going to drop the knees. Keep the knee bent, maybe straighten it. Good, last 2. Good. Inhale back to center. We're going to glide forward again. Drop the knees if you need to, chaturanga. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Lift the heart, squeeze those elbows in. Good. Back to child's pose or down dog or puppy. Okay? You take a little rest here and just notice even what that did for your body. You can roll the forehead back and forth. And just reach the hips back. Right? Find your affirmation today. Affirmations are so huge, guys, for just coming back to remembering. It could just be what we were talking about before. Be here now. If that's too cliche for you, you could say something like, I am living, in this moment without thinking of past, without thinking of future, but that's too long, right? So living in this moment, concentrating on this moment, concentrating on the now, whatever feels good for you. Good. As you inhale, we're going to come up. So you can come to down dog here, or you can step 1 foot forward and the other foot forward. I'm going to come up on my shins, 1 foot forward, other foot forward. Good. From here, root down. You're going to lift all the way up. Oh, hi, prayer flag. Bring your hands right down through heart center. Good. Do it again. Inhale, root down to lift. Exhale, right down through heart center. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive with me all the way down. Those who are modifying, grab the chair or blocks, lift halfway. Good. Those down in Uttanasana, lift, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Good. You're going to glide forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Drop the knees if you need to, elbows in. Good. Roll the shoulders back, up dog or cobra, right? Up dog is lift the hips off the ground. Exhale, all the way back, downward facing dog. We're going to do 5 breaths here. So if you need a break, take it. Good. Reaching through the fingertips, through the knuckles, right? You can always bend the knees, come with the balls of your feet. Good. 3. Let that head and neck be nice and loose. And 2. Good. Inhale, look up. You can step up or drop the knees. We're going to meet at the top of the mat once again. Good. Once you're there, lift and lengthen. Those who are in Uttanasana. Good. Root down, strong belly, strong legs. Drop the hips just a little. Root down to lift all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, release. A couple more times here, right? Staying with the flow. Root down to lift. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Once you're down there, lift and lengthen. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, glide forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift. Exhale, back to downward dog. 5 breaths or in child's pose. Okay, take your pick. Good. 3 more. And 2. As you inhale, look up at the hands, step or walk or hop, or drop the knees, walk. Once you're in Uttanasana, forward fold, lift and lengthen. Good. Plant the feet, root down, lift all the way up. Good. Exhale here. We're going to heel toe the feet together. Okay, heel toe them together if you can, or hips distance is fine if that's not comfortable. You're going to root down and then lift and lengthen into your chair pose. Okay, really find that strong power in your legs. Good. 3 and 2. Exhale, hands together as you straighten and fold all the way down. Uttanasana. Lift and lengthen. Good. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, glide forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, lift the belly, lift the knees. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Good. From here, we're going to bring that right foot up again. Stack the hip. If you need to drop the left knee, go for it. From here, you're going to bring yourself all the way through to warrior 1. If you need to drop the knees first, bring that foot through, tuck the back toe, go for it. So it's a square hip pose, right? Square hip pose. So the hips are level. We're going to keep reaching that right hip back, left hip forward. Pick your wedgie. And then as you bring your hands up, right, we want to maintain that nice strong spine. So see what you need to work with in your body. And then the hands can be cactus pose, right? They can be cactus. They can come all the way up. Gaze at your drishti point. Straight ahead. Maybe it's at the window. Maybe it's at a wall. Maybe it's at the floor. 3 and 2. Good. As you inhale, guys, you're going to bring yourself into cactus and lift the heart just a little bit. Exhale, forward and up with the hands. Good. Inhale, lift the heart. Hands come in cactus. Exhale, up with the hands, forward with the gaze. Good. 3 more times here. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, open the heart. Go ahead, release the hands down now. Some of you will clasp them behind you and open. Some of you are just going to release here. Good. 3 and 2. Awesome. As you inhale, you're going to lean forward just halfway. So some of you will stay here. If you have your hands clasped and you want to go all the way down, Go for it. Bring your hands all the way down. The rest of us can release the hands here. Just hang out in hero, airplane pose, Dekasana. Every pose is a hero pose, isn't it? Good. Right, so strong legs, strong belly. 3 and 2. Those of you who are down with your hands up, bring it all the way up. Okay, we're going to come all the way up, back to crescent, and then release it here. Release it all the way down. Step into your lunge, and you can step back to your plank pose. Those of us who are modifying, go for it. Bring your elbows in, roll it down, lift it through the heart. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes. Come on up. Bring that left foot behind you like you're stepping on the wall. Open and stack. If you need to drop the right knee, go for it. Good, and 3. Then 2. As you inhale, square it up. You're going to step that foot all the way through to warrior. Or if you're modifying, drop the knees. Bring that left foot forward. The back heel stays down, and the toes point up to the upper right corner. They're not out. The hip's not out, right? For warrior 2, it's straight and square. Good. Look down at your feet. See if your feet are a hip, one leg's distance apart. Not a hip distance, not short. One whole of your leg distances apart. Squeeze the legs in. If the arms want to come up, fine. Just 4 more breaths. So good. 3 and 2. Good. As you inhale, bring your hands down so your elbows come halfway. Lift the heart. Exhale. The face comes forward. Hands go up. 4 more times. Inhale. Open the heart. Exhale. Arms forward. Up and head forward. Good. Couple more. Right. Use your breath. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Here we're going to hold it as we inhale, open, or release the hands. And some of you will clasp the hands behind you and just lift away. Okay? So let that right hip keep coming forward. Inhale the heart. And 3 and 2. Good. As you inhale, you're going to come forward. So the spine is straight, stays straight. Right? Maybe you hop that back foot in just a tiny bit, only if your feet are pretty wide. Or you release into your airplane. Good, right? Strong in the legs. You're still squeezing together. Hold yourself up. 2. Good. I'm sorry. Those of you who had to go all the way down, you go all the way down. Keep the hands there. So hopefully you intuitively did that. 2 more breaths I'll give you. Good. Those who just went down, stay for a couple more breaths. Those who've been here for a while, inhale, lift it up, all the way back into your crescent. Good. As you inhale, fill, and then as you exhale, come all the way down to your lunge and step back to plank. Those of us modifying, drop the knees, come back to downward facing dog. So good. We're going to inhale, glide forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down. You can drop the knees, right? Nice, strong body. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, all the way back to child's pose, down dog, or puppy. Your intuition rules, okay? Smell those essential oils. If you have them brewing, go ahead and roll the forehead back and forth. Tell yourself your mantra. I am the now. I am a vessel. I am here to create. I'm here not to worry about the past, not to be anxious about the future, to not have expectations, okay? As we inhale, come on up to tabletop. Once again, we're going to work on our core a little bit and then stretch it out, lifting the heart, okay? So go ahead and plant those hands down nice and firm. You're going to inhale that left foot behind you. And as you exhale, bring it in. Good. Inhale, lift. You can do this nice and slow. Relax the head and neck. Or you can add some oomph to it, okay? If you want to add some oomph, you keep that left hand planted. Bring the right out in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, bring the elbow in as you bring the knee in. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale. 3 more. Good. 2. As you inhale, reach it out. Go ahead, bend that back knee only if you can. Reach that hand around. You can grab the foot or ankle, lift and lengthen. If not, you're just holding and stretching it out. Last 2. Last 1. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, release. Go ahead and shake it out side to side. And shake those hips side to side. And as we're shaking, we're just starting to kind of feel into releasing the hips. And as you bring the hip to the left, okay, go ahead and start to curl your head around, your gaze around toward the left. You're going to bring an underbite into your neck a little bit. The chin can kind of reach. And then inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. So hips to the right, gaze to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale to the side. Right. 2. So 1 more time each side. Right? 2 more times. Hips to the left. Just let the right elbow bend and release that. Inhale, center. Hips to the right. Bend the left elbow. Awesome. Alrighty. From here, you're going to tuck the back toes, come up to the back toes, you know, the only toes you have. Come up to downward facing dog. Find a nice long stretch again. Release the head. Good. Walk it out. Now those in down dog who can walk all the way forward, you're going to start to shimmy and shake and wiggle and waggle all the way the feet toward the hands. Those who need to modify, come on down with the knees. And then step and step. Good. Those in forward fold, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold again. Good. Root down. Lift all the way up. Strong legs. You're going to lift it all the way up. And then exhale, right down through heart center. So from here, we're going to find our side stretch. So heel, toe, the feet together. And then as you root down, lift all the way up. Make a steeple with your hands, right? Make a steeple here. Good. Inhale, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, lean over to the left. Just a little bit. Okay? Little bit because the breath, as you inhale, Ujjayi, is going to root you down through the feet. Lift and lengthen through the right side. Right? Also through the left, the side you're crunching. 2 more. As you inhale, come all the way back to center. As you exhale, all the way to the other side. And again, all the way means your edge. It doesn't mean to bend your elbows and try to come that way. It means your edge where you can stay like a little banana shape. 3. Root down through the feet, right? So you can open up side body. Last one. Inhale all the way up. Good. Exhale, release. Take a few breaths here. Root down to lift. Exhale right down to heart center. And 1 more. Root down, lift all the way up. Good. We're going to come into a warrior now. So I'm just going to go on the opposite side of my mat so you guys can see the front. So go ahead from the top of your mat. Open out to the right. So with the right foot, the hands come to your hips. We're going to turn that right foot towards the opposite side, so towards your wall. The left foot comes in about a 45-degree angle, okay? Inhale, open up. We're going to come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So lean over that imaginary counter. Go ahead and root down all the way up you come. Nice and loose head and neck, okay? An extension of the spine. The gaze can be forward or down or up, doesn't matter. I just want your neck to be comfortable, right? So keep tucking that right bum underneath you just a little bit. Good, 2 more. And as you root down, Lift all the way up with your legs, with your core. Bring your hands to the center. Feet turn forward. So turn all the toes forward. Left toes point out to the left. Right toes point in. So we're just switching the feet. Inhale, open up. Exhale, over that imaginary counter. Okay, so what we're doing is we're pretending, trying to squish into a skinny airplane aisle. Okay, you keep tucking that bum under, so you're not forward, you're not back. 3, 2, root down and start to pull yourself up with the abs, with the hands all the way down. Good. We're going to stay here, heel toe the feet out wider. Go back to that first side, the right side. Scooch the toes toward the side the same way we did. Back toes same way, but now we're much wider. So now we're in a side angle posture. So go ahead from here and start to root down on that right side. The right forearm comes down and starts to tuck underneath you. Now, even though we're tucking and we're leaning on that leg, see if you can do it so much. You have so much strength in your core, front and back, that you don't need to actually keep it there. But we will. We're just going to kind of understand the feeling internally that we're more strong in the leg and the core than we are here with that hand, okay? Hand can come up. Let the shoulder blades come together. Maybe it goes overhead. Maybe bring the opposite hand, that right hand up with your left. Right? Your choice here. 3 and 2. Good. Root down. You're going to come all the way up. Good. Just switch your feet. Okay. Break in the middle if you need to. Right foot in. Left toes facing out. Coming into that wide. So we're a leg and a half distance, guys. We're real wide. Right? I always see people trying to do side angle like in a triangle. I'm sorry. Side angle in a triangle shape. We're going to be pretty wide. Wide step and a half. Leg and a half. Lean that left forearm down. Tuck the left bum under. Open the heart. Right? Keep tucking the left bum under. Open the heart. Now the hand can come up. It's in the socket. The bone's in the socket. Right? Like a helicopter goes in. Propeller. And then it comes over. Good. If that hand wants to come out and share in your core strengthening today, let it. Good. 3 and 2. As you inhale, bring it all the way up. Good. Bring your hands to the hips. Heel toe them in just a little bit. Okay. If you are modifying, you can grab your blocks or grab your chair and bring it in front of you. Okay. If you're not, what you're going to do is you're going to bring your hands to your hips. Keep your hips level, right? Keep your heart lifted. Keep your hips right where they are. Root down like we did in Muladhara. We're going to root down through the feet, inside and outside, and lean all the way forward, halfway. So those of you who can bring your hands all the way down to the floor, go for it. So what we're going to do here, you can't see my hands, can you see them here? I'm going to come down onto my forearm. I'm going to bend that left knee, and then I'm going to bend my right knee. Okay? So from the side, right, just back and forth. And so I call this the super woman or spider woman, right? So I want you to keep doing this little flow back and forth. Chairs are so awesome for yoga. I'm going to do another chair one next week. That seemed to get some love. Okay, so from here, you're going to find stillness. So find stillness. Those of you with your hands down, you can stay halfway lifted in the back, right? Nice and flat back. Or you can start to fold, forward fold, and your hands might walk underneath your body in line with your feet. Those of you modifying, I want you to just push the feet into the earth, okay? And lean your forearms here and relax your head down. Good. Take 2 or 3 more breaths here. Good. As you root down, start to walk all the way back. Your hands right down in line with your shoulders. So those of you without a chair, you're going to bring your left hand right below the face, okay? And those of us with a chair, same thing, right below the face. You're going to inhale, open up for a little twist. Now, for those of you on a chair, if it's too high, you can come down onto the forearm and open here. A little too high for me. Good. 3 and 2. Good. As you exhale, bring the right hand down, right in line with your face onto the floor. Those with the chair, right forearm is fine. Root down, start to lift, open, left side. 3 more. And 2. Good. Inhale, back to center. Root down, guys. Start to lift and lengthen. Those of you down fully on the ground with your hands, bring your hands to your hips, and then start to roll all the way up. Good. From here, if you have a chair, move it to the center, and then everyone walk to the top of your mat. Good. Root down. Lift all the way up. Inhale. We're going to exhale right down to heart center. One more time here. Root down, lift up. From here, we're actually going to bring our hands open, like a big open heart. Bring your hands to the back, low back. If you can't do that, your hands can just be at the side. But if you can bring your hands to the back, fingers up, and start to push those hips forward just a tiny bit. Some of you will go deeper and really start to open the heart. And maybe let the head come back into your little back bend. When you're ready, inhale, come on up. Roll the shoulders back. Good. Root down, lift up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Those modifying chair or blocks, lift and lengthen. Plant the hands or drop the knees. Step down, downward facing dog. Good. We're going to inhale, glide forward, high plank. Exhale, drop the knees or roll down to chaturanga. Good. Lift and lengthen. We're going to stay here in cobra for a second or up dog. Okay, if you're in up dog, again, the tops of the knees, feet are down, the knees are lifted, relaxed. And then wherever you are, you can start to curl kind of left and right a little bit. Opening the heart in different ways. Right, walk left, walk right. Good. And then exhale, guys, even if you're in up dog, we're going to exhale all the way down. Good. Start to bring your hands here. You can bring the forehead down and start to heel toe the feet together. Good. You can relax just your forehead down. Your hands can be underneath your forehead. Just try to stay here for a moment. Good. And 3 and 2. Good. Root down. See if your hands can come behind you and clasp. If they can't clasp, the hands can be down, palms down, okay? If they can clasp, let your toes be together. You're going to lift and lengthen. Beautiful for 3 and 2. Good. Lift. One more breath. And then as you exhale, release. Bring your hand this time definitely under your forehead. And just bring your forehead down and release. Shake out your hips. Good. From here, we're going to do half bow. So bring your forearm down, your right forearm. You're going to bend that left leg. And maybe that's it for you, right? Maybe that's all you can do. If you have a strap nearby, you can grab it and try to wrap it around. But if not, just see if you can reach toward it. Those of you who can touch it, maybe wrap around the top of the foot or the ankle. Go ahead and open here, right? So you're kicking your foot back. It's a big cue in full bow to kick back. 2 more. Good. As you inhale, come on back. Just switch sides. Left forearm. Start to bend that right. And make sure you bring the knee hips distance in. With the other one. Go ahead, grab that foot. Kick it back. Lift through the heart. 3 and 2. Good. Inhale back to center. One more time. Let the forehead rest. Shake it out. You can bend the knees and windshield wipe the feet. Good. From here, go ahead and bring the hands down. Lift yourself back up to a puppy, child, or down dog. Take your pick. Good. Last 2 breaths. Let me just check the time. Last 2 breaths. Good. From here, if you're in down dog, bring that right foot back behind you 1 breath. And then step it all the way through to warrior 2. Those of us who are in tabletop, you can start to roll up. Bring that right foot forward. Left foot back, warrior 2. So it's the same body position as the side angle. Okay, and root down. You're going to root down and start to straighten everything up. Inhale. Exhale, release it forward. Good. Root down, lift and lengthen. Exhale. Good. Root down and lift. Nice and slow here, right? Slowing it down. Exhale. Root down and lift. Exhale, we're going to hold it. Okay? So nice, strong pose. Again, open hips, right? Long, 1.5 leg distance stance. Gaze over that middle finger. If you've lost your ujjayi, you haven't heard me doing it because I'm talking so much to you. Bring that focused breath back into existence. And as we inhale, guys, flip that palm in front of you. Release the left hand back. Open up that right side. Now, nothing fancy here, but we are just going to bend the right elbow. And the left elbow is just going to come and hold it. Nothing like behind you. Just grab it. Start to open up. Encourage that right side body stretch. Okay? Good. 2. As you inhale, bring it all the way back up. Straighten that leg. So good. From here, bring your hands towards your hips. Just start to straighten, lift that back heel. Now you're in crescent. Okay, so it's a wide crescent here. Finding your balance. Good. Cheating with the wall. Squeezing the legs in. Coming all the way up. Inhale. If you can clasp the fingers above you, awesome. We're going to inhale, just like we did in that banana kind of stretch at the top of our mat. We're going to inhale over to the right. Start to really feel that hip flexor stretching in the back. 3 and 2. As you inhale, come to center. And as you exhale, over to the other side. 2. And as you inhale, come back to center. Awesome. From here, those of you who can windmill down to a lunge and step into plank, go for it. Those of us who are modifying, drop that back knee, step with both knees, plant the hands, come back to down dog. Good. Those of you who were in down dog, you can flow here if you haven't already. Good. And then from here, from the down dog, those of you in down dog, bring that left foot forward, step it all the way through to warrior 2. Those who are modifying, drop the knees. Go ahead and step that left foot forward. Tuck the back toe. Right foot is down. Okay, I'm just going to step to the other side so you guys can see. So from here, wide stance. Okay, knees right over the pinky toe, over the ankle, but over the pinky toe more. You inhale, open up. Find your warrior. Now we're going to root down and lift and lengthen. Right? No torture in the legs yet. Release. Good. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, release. 3 more here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Last one. Inhale. As you exhale, release it out. Relax the shoulders, but reach in opposition. Gaze over that middle finger rather. Just 3 more breaths, guys. Nice and strong. 3 and 2. As you inhale, lift that front palm. Open up. Back to your reverse. And all you're going to do is bend that elbow so it's kind of hanging out on your head. This right arm comes up, nothing fancy. Nothing underneath, right? Just open it up. Pull that side, just a light gravitational pull, right? Nothing strenuous. Just a guide. 3 more. And 2. And as we inhale, we release that. We straighten out. Bring the hands to the hip. We turn completely. So we kind of hop that back foot on the ball of the foot so the heel lifts. Now we're in crescent. So from here, we bring it up, right? Hold it in our steeple pose. We pull those ribs in. Inhale over to the left. We stretch that right hip flexor, the front of our hip. 3. And 2. As you inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the other side. Good. 3. And 2. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release. Good. From here, guys, we're going to turn toward the center. So if you're facing behind, that's fine. Just a wide straddle once again. Okay? Nice wide straddle. Now from here, as you feel the outer edges of your feet rooting down, again, the spine lifts and lengthens, top of the head like there's a puppet string lifting. The heart leans forward. Good. You can use your chair. You can use your blocks. And you're going to start to walk it all the way down. Lean forward, those of you who can come all the way forward. But then we're going to walk it out to a nice wide stance with our feet and wide with our hands. So from our tailbone all the way away with our hands, we're going to walk it away about a hand distance. And then relax the head. So it's a wide-legged down dog. Straddle down dog. Release the head. Let it be in line with the spine. Two more breaths here. And then as you inhale, start to roll back. Right hands can be on hips. And as you scooch the core in and up, go ahead and start to come all the way out. Good. We're going to heel toe the feet all the way together. Awesome. And then step to the top of our mat. Go for it. Shake it out here at the top. Shake it out at the top. Good. From here, start to bring the feet a little closer, heel toe or touching. Root down. Lift all the way up. Good. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Forward fold or hands to chair, lift and lengthen. Plant the hands, step back to down dog. Those who want to do a flow can flow one more time. Okay, so you're going to glide forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Lift and lengthen. Those of us who are ready to come down to our backs, you are going to do that. So start to come all the way down to your back. Give yourself a minute to get there. Nice and windy here. Can you guys still see? Okay. So on your back, nice and intuitive. Okay? What does that mean? It means figure out what your body wants to do. So my body is going into cactus pose with the hands. The knees just fall into my chest. Some people like to hug the knees in. You can go for that. And then coming into a happy baby. So the knees come toward the armpits, right? The hands can come by the shins, the feet toward the ceiling. You can stay in stillness or you can rock side to side. Good. And then from here, bring that left foot down, right foot comes over into figure 4. And as we hold the mat with our hands, right, we kind of hold the mat underneath, the hands come underneath our mat. If you're that scooched up on the mat, this is a great way to get your shoulders kind of flattened down. So from here, left foot down, you can stay there. You can start to bounce it up towards you. You can just keep bouncing. At some point, you can start to hold behind that left thigh as long as the shoulders are relaxed. But if you love the dynamic flow today, then take that. And if at any point the foot wants to come up and hold that strength, right? So really feel the stretch by strengthening. All right, we're going to warm up the muscles sometimes to find the stretch. Sometimes the yin postures and gravity are restorative, just takes us, right? And then from here, release down. So your choice, you can come back into a happy baby, right? Start to rock side to side. And then when you're ready, that right foot comes down. The left foot comes ankle onto the thigh by the knee. And you can just stay here, holding onto your mat. Or start to inhale, bounce that knee forward towards your heart. Okay, if at any time you want to grab behind your thigh, you can do that with relaxed shoulders. Or if you love the bounce, keep bouncing. And then if that right foot wants to come to the ceiling, allow that to find engagement in the feet. Good, 3 and 2. As you exhale, come on down, release it out. Go ahead and bring your feet wide to your mat and just rock back and forth. So windshield wipe the legs back and forth. Of course, if there's any other intuitive movement you would rather do. I just realized I forgot to turn on my overhead light. So hopefully you can see everything. That would have been a little helpful, huh? Maybe it was fine. Okay. And then as you exhale, you're going to leave the legs over to the left. And as you leave those knees over to the left, but remember, your feet are still wide. You're going to take your left heel and bring it on top of your right knee. So this encourages, some people's hips are too tight for this, but this encourages the right hip to just, you know, you can feel it in the hip flexor. You can feel the hip opening a little bit. Good. Keep breathing here. And 3. And 2. As you release that, you're going to inhale, pop it back up. And left and right once again. And as you exhale, release it over to the right. Okay, and you let it hang over to the right. Then the right heel is near your left knee. So go ahead and bring it on top. And encourage that long stretch in the top of your thigh. Up to your hip flexor for 3. And 2. Good. Now as you release that and bring the knees back up, go ahead, leave them over to the left. You're going to kind of scoot your hips over to the right. Extend that left leg long. Come on over on the left side and start to balance on that left side. The right hand can come down. Now see if the right foot can be grabbed. You're just going to do a nice thigh stretch here, reaching through the knee, trying to keep the the top thigh in line with the bottom thigh. So a lot of things are going on here. We're trying to balance, right, with our left hand down on the left side, and we're trying to feel the balance in the core back and front. And we're also grabbing the thigh, or stretching the thigh rather, by grabbing the foot. Good, and just trying to keep the body in alignment, right? Again, if it's way up here, right, we don't want to sustain that position. We want to be in alignment here for now. Good. And as you inhale, release this. Go ahead, come back onto the back. You can scoot your hips over if you don't have the room, if you need to. And then extend that right foot. The right hand comes behind you, palm down. And then start to feel the balance in your core before you release that left foot. So grab the left foot. Bring it in alignment. Try to find your balance.
Mommy, excuse me, mommy. Mommy, Daddy has a lock weapon that also cannot. Daddy has a lock weapon and I have a lock weapon together.
Cool.
We both have lock weapons.
You guys are so awesome. And as you inhale, release that. If you guys didn't hear my son, I'm sure you did, but I was responding to his rock collection. And then one more time in the center, you just rock back and forth. Now, if you want to do any last thing, right, any last twist or any last inversion or even another cobra heart opener, you can pour to the side and do another cobra heart opener. Then take about 5 to 10 breaths to do whatever the body tells you to do. So if you want to bring the feet to the ceiling, that's great. If you want to bring it into a straddle position, that's great. If you have a block and you want to grab a block and bring it underneath you for a more restorative situation, you can do a restorative bridge or a full bridge. Okay? I want you to take a moment and really just start to wind down in any way that your body tells you that it wants to. We want to thank these bodies for everything they're doing for us, especially during quarantine, right? Reach through the heels, start to breathe into the body, thanking the body for what it's done for you today during practice, what it did for you yesterday, which is the reason why it feels the way it does today, okay? Good. And as you come on down, you can come into your full Shavasana, or if there's another position that feels good to you for rest, like maybe it's constructive rest, just with the knees bent, you can keep the knees together, or if you want to come into a Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana, just see what the body needs you to do today. Okay, so go ahead and take a deep breath through the nose, let it fill the belly, and then exhale it all out. Release your hands to wherever they feel supported or are receiving. And allow your mind to, again, focus on something that has to do with the body. So people say, why would we connect with the body, right? Like, instead of using this brain that we were given. Well, we use it all day long. We have tens of thousands of thoughts per day. And so we have to practice actually being in tune with our body and listening in to what our body needs, which is tons of times more intelligent than what our mind comes up with, which is thinking about yesterday and thinking about tomorrow. So if you find yourself doing that, come back to the breath. Start to feel the inhalations come into the body. Start to feel the exhalations leaving. Sinking into the earth. If your mind has wandered, keep bringing it back to the breath, back to the body. Om Vajaguru Pima Siddhiham. Om Vajaguru Pima Siddhiham. Start to deepen your breath. Coming back to the physical body if you've wandered. Coming back to that breath, starting to deepen, starting to wiggle hands and fingers and eyes. And as you deepen with an exhale, bring the knees toward the chest. Or just roll over to one side, staying for a moment. In this moment, not in the past, not in the future. That doesn't exist. They don't exist anymore. Or they haven't happened yet. And with a heavy head, roll up to seated, eyes closed, hands together in front of the heart. And together as you sit up and bring a smile to your face, we'll end on one sound of peace. Joining in or listening, inhale. Oh. May all beings know peace. May all beings show grace to themselves. During this time, mom is doing too much, or parents on the front line, or caretaking other people, or just if you're used to working a lot and you have to be still for the first time in your life, give yourself that grace today. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Thank you so much for letting me be myself and letting me do this intuitive practice with you. I hope it served you. I hope you did your own intuitive practice. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your community, and thank you for your contribution. Post below if you have any oils, what you've posted, what you've diffused rather, and I will put in just some mints. If they don't have the island mint still, I'll put in some mint, spearmint, peppermint, wintergreen, and the black spruce as well. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you tonight for more of a heart opening, more of a softening, probably lots of florals tonight before we go to bed. We'll see you then for session 28. Thanks guys. Take care.